Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with super middleweight pro boxer Ed Chattey. He's making his professional debut tomorrow night at the famous York Hall, Bethnal Green, um, on the Steve Goodwin show. And he's boxing Victor Edagha tomorrow night. And yes, pleasure getting you on the channel, Ed.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Stan.
Anytime, mate, anytime. Before we get into the fight tomorrow, um, how did you sort of get into boxing?
Yeah. So I started quite late. I kind of wanted to do it when I was younger, but didn't get around to doing it. I don't, my dad didn't really want me to do it. And then when I was I think I was like 19, I went to like a mixed martial arts gym and then liked the like striking side of it and decided to just join a boxing gym, signed up to a fight, like a white collar fight, and just went from there, really.
And how many white collar fights did you have?
I had 10 in the end. I had 10 unlicensed and then 13 amateurs, and then got injured. When I came back, I turned over basically.
Have you always been with Matt?
So I wasn't with Matt. No, I was when I was doing the amateurs, I was at Cuban Boxing Academy, which is run by a Cuban guy, the head coach Marcos Cameo. And before that, I was at State of Mind Fitness, and that's where I did the white collars. And they do good shows. And then Cuban, I learned a lot about. I really honed in my technique there, and yeah, Matt was involved as well. And then I kind of joined him. He's saying, you should turn over, and I went with it this year, and yeah, here we are.
Was the goal always to become a professional boxer?
Do you know what? It my goal initially was to be like a good amateur, and Matt always said I should turn over, and I kind of was unsure, and I think just as I've kind of matured a bit, I've decided that I want to take boxing really seriously, and I know if you're going to be a pro boxer, you got to train like a professional. It's a job. You got to do it properly, not like train really hard and then take breaks and stuff like that. You got to be on it all the time. So yeah, I kind of made that decision, and I'm really glad I did.
Mm. And are you signed with like Steve Goodwin? Is he your manager or promoter?
Yeah, yeah. Steve's my manager. Um, yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, you're boxing tomorrow night in the super middleweight division against Victor Edagha. What do you know about Victor Edagha? He's had about 95 fights, so he's approaching, the centurion mark.
yeah, yeah. So I was gonna fight Robbie Chapman initially,
He
and
got
then
cut.
he got cut last weekend. I messaged Steve, and then within an hour he found me an opponent. Um, so what do I know about him? It's a little bit heavier than the original weight. But he's quite elusive. If you've had 95 pro fights, very experienced. Um, you know, but I'm really looking forward to just getting that experience under my belt, and I feel like I've got a decent game plan to kind of deal with. He's quite yeah to deal with his elusiveness.
Yeah, exactly that. And you're quite high up on the card as well, because not many people, on their debut, it's a 10 fight card, and I think you're like what, third last on. So you're in a quite a good slot, aren't you, for your first fight?
Yeah, yeah. I was happy with that when I saw that. That was yeah, it's wicked. I really can't wait for tomorrow. Cannot wait.
Have
And
you
like
done good with tickets?
yeah. Luckily, I've done much better than I thought I'd do. And you know, people have really, yeah, people have really come and support, which is amazing. And just hope I can put on. I know I've trained as hard as I can to put on the best display I can for them. So, I've really put everything into it.
How have you been, feeling? Of course, it's the day, well, night sort of before your fight. Is there any, well, sort of, there's always going to be nerves, but yeah, how are you feeling ahead of, tomorrow night sort of thing?
Yeah, to be honest, I just can't wait. I'm really, really excited. It feels like I haven't had a fight. I haven't boxed since October. Um, and I miss it. I really enjoy the fight night. Um, and I've never boxed as a pro. I haven't used those 10-ounce gloves. I haven't, I've not had a professional bout. So I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what that's like. Um, it's the best level of boxing I've ever boxed at. I've never trained this hard. So I feel like I'm in the best condition I've ever been in. So all in all, I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you put pressure on yourself going into the fight?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I want to do, I want to box really well. Um, and I hope I can. So, but at the end of the day, if you've trained really hard, that's all you can do, and then you do your best on the night. But you've got to make the sacrifices leading up to the fight. Then you can have no regrets. If you can say, "Yeah, I'll put everything into that camp," then you've done all you can, really.
Exactly that. Of course, yeah, you've got Victor Edgar. He's a bit of a slippery, sort of elusive opponent, as you said, isn't he? He makes it awkward, doesn't he? From what I've
Yeah,
seen of him.
yeah. From what I've seen, yeah, he's very elusive. Quite. What's the word? Unorthodox. Um, he's not one of those boxers that takes a lot of punches on the gloves and kind of, do you know what I mean, with a high guard. He's going to more likely move his head, try and hold if I get too close, that
Yeah,
kind of
he's
thing.
he's one of those who when you he doesn't try and let he's not one of them who sit back on the ropes like that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
more of a mover sort of. He moves quite a lot, and tries
100%.
to grab hold quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and
But
it's effective.
it'll try and make it annoying for you, and it'll try and make it hard, like hard to hit him sort of thing. If you understand what I'm saying.
Definitely, definitely. And I think I can't get frustrated because he's going to be good at what he does. He's experienced.
You've
He
got to
hasn't been
stay
stopped
patient in
many
there.
times. Yeah, exactly. Stay patient and kind of, yeah, definitely can't afford to get frustrated.
Yeah. Are you expecting of course wait, are you Orthodox or Southpaw? It's
Yeah,
just I mean
I'm
I've seen you
orthodox.
box. Oh, are you Orthodox, yeah? I've seen you box I think there's one of your, maybe I think it was an amateur fight that was on YouTube, so I've watched your box once, but I can imagine you've improved since then.
Yeah, yeah. I know that fight. I like to think I've really improved since then. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you
That's
have, mate.
yeah. I feel like my style has changed under
More suited to
I
the
mean,
suited to the pro scene.
yeah, I think so. You know, I um I think I'm more of a power puncher than I am a speed kind of puncher, which I think is more beneficial in the pros than it is in the amateurs.
Mm.
Um, but a lot of that kind of on your toes, moving style in the amateurs that can be effective in the pros as well. Um, so I'm going to try and yeah, I'm just going to try and use everything I've learned off Matt and all my other previous coaches, and I believe that's going to be enough to do well in the pros.
Mm. Is your nickname Hammer?
Yeah, yeah.
Explain how the nickname came about.
I think to be honest, I was struggling to look for a nickname, and Matt kind of came up with the hammer. I think because I always said like, yeah, I'm a bit knackered. I've been hammering it in training, so I think he got it from that. Plus, I feel like my right hand he's kind of, I like to punch that overhand right, a little bit like a hammer. It lands well. Um, so yeah, man, that's why.
Good to hear, mate. And yeah, for the fans who are coming to support you tomorrow night, what time will you be on? Of course, I think the first fight's at 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5:30. First fight 6 o'clock, and then you'll be, what would you say, about 8, sort of?
Yeah, yeah. Steve reckoned about 8. I mean, obviously, it's you never know. I feel like if I'm about 7, it's going to be on slightly later, but you never know.
Apparently, the card ends about 9.
9:15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but maybe about 8:30, something like that,
yeah.
maybe.
They'll have to
It
rattle through
depends
the
with
bouts.
how the fights go. Maybe there might be a few stoppages and stuff happening, so you don't really. But that sort of time.
Yeah, yeah. I reckon 8:30. Um, but I'm trying to tell my supporters to get there 6:30 because I don't. A few times they've turned up, people have missed it and spent the money on the ticket, so I don't want that happening.
Oh yeah, 100%. They don't want to miss it. And
No.
it's a good card as well. So you might as well get him for the first fight because Steve does really good shows, and this there's good up and coming prospects on this card as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's quite a few. I don't know if there's a few debutantes. There was. I know one had to pull out, but
Yeah, there's
there's
Jamie Bradley, I think, and
yeah.
Elson. There's two Oh no, Elson's had a fight, but there's one debutant in there. No, two debutants because oh no, three debutants. You, Ed Hardlin, and
No, Ed Harridan, he had to pull out. He had to pull out, but he'll be back. So I was sparring him for this fight. Um,
oh,
yeah,
why was his fight off? And is he
I think
similar
he,
weight to you then?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna go in at light heavy or super middle.
Is he
But
in
we were
your gym
sparring
or
together. Say again, sorry, mate.
is he in your gym or is he just one of
No,
your
no,
sparring
another
partners?
gym, another gym. Yeah, sparring.
But yeah, there's three debutants, including yourself, I believe, or
Yeah,
two.
yeah,
You and one, yeah, you and Jamie Bradley.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it will be a good show. Um, like I said, I want to put on an entertaining performance. But again, if it's not as easy, well, you know what I mean. If he's making it really difficult, I can't afford to get frustrated. Just got to be patient and box. Listen to my coaches, most importantly.
Do you think do you feel like you're gonna steal the show tomorrow and almost the whole night? I mean, there's another big fight, in Saudi Arabia, but do you feel like you're the one to watch tomorrow?
I hope so. I mean, I know I'm not going to be. I hope to. Yeah, I'd love to have fight of the night or performance of the night. That would be,
The main thing's the win, though.
yeah, the main thing's the win and the experience. But yeah, when you've trained hard, you want to show your skill. I want to showcase my skills. Um, but obviously that fight afterwards it's gonna be an interesting one.
Would you
I
try and
think.
get home for that after your fight?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I think we're gonna try and watch it at a pub after. But yeah, the show will be done by then. If it's done at 9:15, that fight's not on till
Be
probably
about
what?
11, half
Yeah,
11, if that, mate.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who've
Who's
you
your
got for
referee?
that one?
Oh, I think Fury, but I can. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Usyk wins on points and outboxes him.
I've got Usyk.
What do you think? By points or
Yeah,
stop?
Usyk on split decision.
Like reasonably easy or
No, no, it'll be. It's tough to call, but I reckon it'll be like 2 rounds in it, sort of thing. It'll be close fight, but I reckon Usyk will just
yeah,
do enough to win.
yeah. I mean, if there's a man to beat Fury, you would say it's him, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. And before I let you, oh no, wait, what can fans expect from you tomorrow night?
Um, hmm. I want to say an explosive performance. Lots of aggression. Try and put on a good show.
And before I let you go, do you want to thank whether that's your coach, Matt, sponsors, just anyone who's helping you on your journey?
Yeah. Obviously, thanks to my coaches John and Matt down at Blast Gym. Big thank you to Ray's Snacks, who've been sponsoring me for this fight and will sponsor me continuing from this. And massive thank you to everyone who's bought tickets, because this wouldn't be possible without that support.
And from me, mate, thank you for your time, and good luck tomorrow night, mate, and hopefully 1-0. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Smash it, mate.
Good night. Cheers, mate.
Bye. Good luck.